Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Vanessa and today we're going to be doing my makeup inventory. So I'm going to do my best to show you pictures or videos of everything that I have. However, half of my makeup is currently at school. I did mention this in an earlier video that I go to school about 18 hours drive away from where I live, and so half my makeup is there, half my makeup is here. I can't find pictures. I was pretty sure I took pictures of my stuff over there, but worst case, I'm going to give you at least the numbers today, as many pictures as I can or whatever it is. And then in June, when I'm back home for sure, and I have all my stuff in one place, I can do a mid-year inventory. So hope that's okay with all of you. But with that said, let's just get into it. So I'm kind of following how you would apply it, but not really. I don't know why. This is the order that I keep my items in my inventory, so this is just the way I'm going to give you the numbers, okay? So first things first, I will start with primers. I have two primers in my collection. One of them is this one, the e.l.f. Power Grip, and the other one is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I used that in a project a couple months ago. I didn't finish it, but it is currently at school and not here. So this is the only primer I currently have at home, but I do have two primers in my collection. Next is foundations. I currently have 10 foundations in my inventory. They're all fairly old, at least a year and a half. I think I'm actually gearing towards more like 2 years, 2.5 years. And most of them are too dark for my skin. They're definitely like my summer shades, or they oxidize, so I'm trying to work through them, but I do kind of have to purchase a lighter foundation or concealer to try and tone it better to my face. And then that's why it's like I've had these same 10 foundations for like 3 or 4 years now. Next is concealers. I have 3 left in my inventory. One of them is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, which is currently in my dorm room. The second one is the Sephora Best Skin Ever, and the third one is the remnants of the Quo Concealer. I just scooped it out and put it into this little pan. After that, we have powders. So again, I have 2 powders in my collection. One of them is a Franken powder, which is, I keep in this Sephora container, so it is partly Sephora. It's some eyeshadows, some, what is that company called? Pretty Vulgar? Is that what they're called? Some of that powder. And then my other powder is the Laura Mercier, whatever that powder is called, the really nice one. It's that one. So there's 2 powders in my collection. I am hoping to finish both of them in 2024, but I do want to keep at least 2 powders in my collection, whether they're both loose setting powders or pressed, that I'm kind of indifferent about. But for now, I have 2 loose powders, and yeah, I'm hoping to finish them and replace them. Okay, so for my blushes, bronzers, and highlights, I keep all my cream liquid and powder products together as one thing, because I usually use 2 of, well, not so much highlighter, but I do use 2 of each. I usually use a cream or liquid blush and then a powder blush, or cream liquid bronzer, powder bronzer, whatever. So for starters, of those 3, I'll talk about my bronzers. I currently have 18 bronzers in my collection. None of them are anywhere near being finished. If anything, they always look brand new. I am working on a cream and a powder bronzer right now, so hopefully we can get at least one of those out of here. But yeah, for now we have 18, hopefully aiming to have 16 by the start of 2025. Similarly with blush, I have 34 blushes in my collection. Again, that's a mixture of my creams and my powders. Now, I am currently working on a cream blush, and I do go through cream blush relatively quickly. I have pan on one of my cream blushes. That would be the one in my Natasha Denona palette. And yeah, I am hoping to get at least 2 out. For sure, I genuinely believe I will finish at least 1 cream blush. Powder blush, that's... who knows? Those take so long. So probably not one of those, but definitely at least 1 cream blush is the goal for 2024. Highlighters, I have 17. Some of them or technically, I don't think I count them as highlighters. I have some eyeshadows that like I think look beautiful as highlighters, but I think I do count them as eyeshadows. Um, and I'm gonna keep counting them as eyeshadows. So, yes, in my inventory, I have 17 highlighters. I actually don't own any eyeliners at the moment, and I don't really plan to, but if I end up having one, like getting one sometime throughout the year, like it's not going to be the end of the world, it's just one eyeliner, or, you know, even a handful. I tend to use eyeliner, but because I don't have any, I haven't been using it, but instead I've been using my lip pencils, that are like kind of the wacky colors as eyeliners. The total number of lip liners or lip pencils that I have is 36, and they are all ColourPop. They're all from this same, the Lippy Pencil Vault. Yeah, I got them all at the same time. Like I said, I bought the vault, so I have 36 left. I think I started with like 60, so I get through them relatively quickly. They are starting to dry out, so I do need to get a move on. I'm hoping to finish at least 4 in 2024. For lipsticks, I have 50 lipsticks, and again, I count everything together. Bullet, liquid lipstick, I was gonna say powder lipstick, but no, my bullets and my liquid lipsticks are all counted together. Um, there's 50 in total. Again, the majority of them, I swear I have a picture of it. I'm hoping you're seeing it on the screen, but probably not. It's all the lippy pencils from ColourPop. I do have other, like I have maybe 2 or 3 Sephora lipsticks. But the majority of them are the lippy pencils from ColourPop, because again, I bought the vault the same time that I bought the vault of lip pencils. So that's that. And last lip product, we have lip gloss. I have 17 lip glosses left in my collection. Left, as if that's not that many. I'm hoping to finish at least 4. I'm not the fastest with lip gloss because I don't like when there's too much on my lips, so I usually, this is one of those products that I actually do use kind of sparingly, like eyeshadow, powders, blushes, stuff like that. Like I'm pretty heavy-handed, but not when it comes to lip gloss. I am very light-handed when it comes to lip gloss. I do have 2 pigments in my collection. They are strictly for nail polishes, and frankly, I might kind of just paint something and use them to like make my paint sparkly because I will not use them on my eyes. They are glitters more than they are like pigments, and so those are gonna last forever. But I have those 2, and I've had those 2 for at least 4 years. Like they are definitely from pre-COVID. I'm thinking 2018 or 2019. For setting sprays, I have 2 setting sprays left in my collection. This mini is gone, but when these were on sale, or when these are on sale in the holidays, I always pick one up. Usually 2 actually, but I didn't buy any this year because I started this year with 5 MAC setting sprays. I don't use anything else. I love this stuff, and I know it's really expensive, which is why I only buy it on sale, and when I'm running low, I get pretty spare, like I use it very sparingly. So I have just the full size in this box and this full size left. So 2 setting sprays. I'm assuming, or I'm working on this one to finish this. It'll probably be gone this year, and then I'll just have this one. But this holiday season, if it's a decent sale, I'll probably pick one up. Like hopefully they have a kind of 2 for 1 type thing. But those are my setting sprays. We're going to leave the best for last, so let's keep going on to nail polish. Nail polish, I currently have 24 nail polishes in my collection. They are, again, all very, very old, except for one nail polish. I only have one nail polish that is relatively new. I think it's 2 years old. The rest are probably closer to 6, if not 7. They're very old. They're almost all frankened, but I do use them. I do love them. And I will eventually finish all of them and repurchase, honestly, probably only like 3 or 4 colors because I like certain colors and I'm trying to get rid of the ones that I don't want anymore. Perfumes, I've been spending a lot of time going through my minis, so I don't have that many left. So I do have 18 perfumes. I count a mini as a perfume. So soon I will not have any of those left, and I'll just have the full size, and then the full sizes will also last me a really long time. I'm not the biggest perfume person. Like I don't spend a lot of money buying perfumes, or I haven't in the past. The last one I bought is that the Sun perfume, That's the only one that I purchased, and that was a gift to myself, from myself, for graduating university. So that, I love that scent. It happened to be on sale, and I was like, hey, it's time. We are getting this. When I graduate from this degree, I will probably get myself another, maybe not perfume. I really want the Metropolis palette by Natasha Denona, but I might just buy one of her like big palettes as a gift to myself. But we'll see, because I've been really good about not buying eyeshadows. And speaking of eyeshadows, that is the last thing we're talking about today. I have a lot of them. So hopefully you're seeing them coming across the screen. I've separated them alphabetically. I have a fair amount of eyeshadows, like I've just said, and several of them are very, very old as 2015 or 2016, as new as 2022. My singles are repressed from palettes. A lot of them are repressed from palettes. For instance, I had the Lawless, the one palette, and a lot of those eyeshadows were repressed into singles because I wanted to like get rid of the packaging, and I had a bunch of empty pans, or I just moved the pans over into a singles palette and like depotted. If you're interested in a more in-depth look at all my eyeshadow palettes, I would be, willing to film that, but it would take me a while, and it definitely would not be coming anytime soon. It would be one of those things when I'm done school, so that would have to show up in the summer. But if you're interested, let me know so I can kind of mentally prepare for how to do that. There are 2 palettes, I believe it's just 2, it might be 3 palettes missing from my collection at the moment. 2 of them are from Huda Beauty. The first one is the Huda Ruby palette. It's that like 9-pan red palette. And the other one is the Huda Rich Nudes. Huda Rich Nudes. It's also missing from my collection. So what you're not seeing amongst these palettes is those 2, as well as a Too Faced palette. I believe it's the, which one is missing from this picture? The Too Faced Gingerbread palette. The original gingerbread, not the gingerbread spice. Some interesting stats that I think I should mention while I'm showing you all my eyeshadows is how many I have, because seeing as I'm just showing you which palettes they are, then I should probably tell you how many I have in there, because they're not all brand new. I currently have 108 palettes in my collection. Now, I count all my singles as one palette, even though they're split up into 4 or 5 different palettes. I count it as one because for whatever reason, I don't like using my singles. Like, I don't know, they make me nervous, so I don't use them very often, but I keep moving them between different palettes. So I just count it as one palette with a whole whack load of eyeshadows. So I have 108 palettes in my collection. Within those 108 palettes, I have 1,308 eyeshadows, and 114 of those eyeshadows have pan in them at the moment of filming this. Now, I am pretty close to hitting a few more pans to kind of finish out 2023, as well as finishing a couple of eyeshadows. So those numbers will change. I'm going to say relatively soon, but as of right now, that's what I have. So that's everything for my inventory. I really hope you guys didn't mind how I'm showing it to you today. It's not ideal, but I wanted to put this out there because I love inventory videos, and personally, I'm also very nosy. I just like knowing these things, so I figured some of you are like that too, and you'd want to know what's in my collection. So if you're interested to see how I do panning some of these products, or how I do by the mid-year or even end of next year, then please consider subscribing. And with that, I hope you have a great day, night, or whatever time of day it is for you. Take care. Bye.